Chaos, confusion. The world spinning faster, rules breaking down, markets swinging wildly, economies trembling on the edge. For anyone with money on the line, panic isn't just an option. It's a silent enemy lurking beneath the surface. Investors feel it deep in their bones. The uncertainty, the endless noise telling you to freeze, to wait, to hope for calm that never comes. It's like walking a tightrope in a hurricane, every step threatening to trigger a fall into the abyss. But here's the truth no one wants to admit. Real opportunity doesn't hide in calm seas. It's born in storms, in the cracks where others see only danger. Hedge funds, those elite forces navigating the financial chaos, don't just survive global disorder, they thrive on it. Why? Because they understand something crucial, something almost nobody else sees or has the guts to exploit. When the world feels like it's falling apart, most investors retreat into comfort zones, repeating tired strategies, waiting for the dust to settle. But comfort is a trap, a mirage. Real breakthroughs come from daring to step into the madness, eyes wide open, fully aware that what's broken can be rebuilt smarter, stronger. The pain felt right now, losses, sleepless nights, nagging doubts about whether the rules still apply. These are not signs of defeat. They are alarms, calling to the few who refuse to be victims of circumstance. Hedge funds are laser-focused on this pain, on this raw emotion of fear and hope collided, because inside that collision lies a hidden map to opportunities invisible to the average investor. First, the pain. Global disorder means fractured markets, shifting policies, unexpected shocks. When everything is connected and nothing is predictable, it creates uncertainty that paralyzes most. But what if paralysis is just the world's way of clearing the playground for those ready to move? Hedge funds find opportunity by embracing this uncertainty at its darkest. They don't pretend the world makes sense. They admit it's chaotic and unstable. Instead of fighting this reality, they harness it. This means looking beyond surface stories and media noise, diving into deep data, connections between seemingly unrelated events, fragile chains of supply, political tensions bubbling under. Here's where most investors get stuck. They stick to headlines, trends, and what everyone else is doing. Hedge funds break free by building what could be called a mindset of radical curiosity combined with cold calculation. They ask questions no one else bothers to ask. What hidden weaknesses are exposed now? Which markets are oversized giants with fragile bones? Where are governments overplaying their hands? What sectors have blind spots big enough to slip a storm through? Then they combine this with hardened strategies, dynamic hedges, tactical agility, rapid reallocation, not just buying low and hoping for the best, but actively creating their own shape in disorder. But this isn't just about math or numbers. It's about a relentless refusal to accept the world as it is told to be. It's about being sovereign in thought and action, not tied to conventions, not a slave to system at large. Hedge funds operate with what could be called an internal compass, refusing to be shackled by comfort or consensus. They form networks, quiet, invisible threads linking rare minds, each with unique insights, forming a collective intelligence too complex to be outplayed by chaos. This network is the true source of power, a force multiplying every move, allowing them to anticipate shifts before they become obvious. And here is the most powerful secret. This mindset, this way of working, can be learned and replicated by anyone who's tired of being a bystander to crises. What makes hedge funds different is that they don't seek certainty, they exploit uncertainty. They build optionality into every decision, avoiding the trap of forced choices, keeping their hands free to move when others are stuck. This means continuously questioning every assumption. Most are married to their models, their traditional views, their historical comfort. Hedge funds are in a state of constant transformation, ever ready to unlearn and relearn, evolving faster than the world changes around them. The most valuable advice for anyone serious about seizing global disorder: stop chasing safety, start chasing insight. This means relentless information gathering, not what sells headlines, but raw, untamed facts from under the surface. Connect with people who think differently, challenge your own views constantly, embrace contradiction. Build your own internal radar for spotting instability that others miss. Develop tactical patience. Not the kind that waits passively, but the kind that actively prepares, sharpening tools, waiting for the exact moment when the chaos creates a new opening. Also, hedge funds understand the power of selective focus. In a world screaming with distraction, the ability to filter and say no to what doesn't matter is key. They don't broaden their attention everywhere. They narrow it to the few signals that really move the needle. They know that in disorder, noise explodes, but the true signals become rare gems. Find those gems by blending reason with instinct, data with gut feeling, patterns with anomalies. Then move decisively, without hesitation. Fortune favors the bold, not those who nibble timidly around the edges, but those who grasp opportunity with purpose. But more than strategies and tactics, what really drives success is identity. Hedge funds don't just invest money, they invest belief in themselves as agents of transformation. They see disorder not as destruction, but as the world's way of smashing old frames to make way for new futures. This belief fuels resilience in long, hard battles, never giving in when doubt and fear bite hardest, instead turning these feelings into adrenaline. It's the difference between feeling trapped by events and feeling empowered by them. To tap into this, build resilience like a muscle. Train your mind to lean into discomfort. Find allies who challenge your limits. Refuse to settle for the mediocre or expected. This is how disorder shifts from enemy to ally. Finally, the biggest edge is community. Hedge funds don't operate in isolation. They form high-trust, high-impact networks of rare individuals who see beyond borders, beyond titles, beyond the system's illusions. When the world tries to divide, this unity makes them unstoppable. If you want to play in the same league, you have to build your own network of the fiercely exceptional, those who burn with the same fire to remake what's real. Together, connections amplify individual brilliance into real power. So, when the world goes wild, don't bury your head or cling tighter to old truths. Step into the storm like a force of nature that understands chaos isn't random. It's opportunity wearing a mask. Think like a hedge fund. Be sovereign, be critical, be relentless, be patient, be selective. Then take your place where disorder isn't a threat, but a door opening wide for those ready to walk through and reshape everything in their image. The choice is not just about money. It's about seizing freedom from a world gone mad. This is where real change, real power, real opportunity now lives.